Hey, welcome back to another episode of TBI Uncovered, the platform that allows traumatic brain injury survivors to share their stories and bring awareness about TBIs, brain injuries, brain conditions, the disability community, anyone suffering brain injuries, and to provide resources to those impacted. I'm going to bring my next guest in now. He's here. So let's put him in.
Hey,
Hi,
I got a pickup order. Yes. Hey, how you doing?
how are you?
I'm just doing good. I got a pickup order for Duron Adams. Yes. No, no, no. I think I am. 859-397-6796. Thank you. Yes, please. Yeah. Almost. Thank you. Thank you. You too. All right.
Hey, Duron.
So, how you doing?
Good.
Do what? Ah, just getting some food.
Can you hear me okay?
Ah, yeah.
So I want you to introduce yourself and then tell how you got your.
Um. Well, my name is Duron Adams. I am. I would say a victim of a very severe traumatic brain injury, which was caused by a car wreck that I was in August 12th, 2018. Um, but so no one like thinks inspirational or nothing. Literally, the wreck was all my fault because I did the irresponsible and illegal thing. I was drinking and driving, and that's exactly why they tell you no. And I mean, sideswiped. So I don't even know what I had. Uh, all I remember it was being on the road that of my job,
Mhm.
and then we have no idea what happened. But I totaled my car. I wish I could pull up pictures.
Mhm.
Um, maybe I will. I just know they're on my Facebook.
Mhm.
Um,
It's okay.
besides that, I don't know. Anyone who would would feel like any sort sorry, my nose is stuffy, but anyone that feels like any type of depression because of their TBI, they need to like always remember to never let that bother you. You're not any different than they are. You're not any less capable of anything.
Right.
I've definitely proved that because the funny thing is like one thing to like beat depression, like everyone has their I guess so there forgot what the word was, but something to let everything like cool, something to cool down or whatever. Um, I go to the gym every day.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and I stay in there for like hours upon hours. Like I have put back on the amount of weight. Excuse me. I should have started the story.
It's fine.
Um,
It's fine.
oh yeah, I spent Shut up. That's my mom. But
Hi, Cheryl.
I hey,
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
good. How are you?
I'm fine.
So, Duron,
And my aunt is in the back. I spent 17 days in ICU
On life support.
on life support. I spent like I think it was 2.5 months in a coma at this. I don't know how well known it is, but there's a hospital in Kentucky, rehabilitation hospital called Cardinal Hill,
okay.
and I don't know how many people went through the same thing, but relearning how to like walk and everything was done while I was in the coma.
Yes, James come.
Possible. How was that?
I could tell you like it was scary because they were with the person that was not me. He just looked like me, but I wasn't there.
Okay, I get what you mean. I get what you
What do you
mean. So, who
want
did
the
you do before you got hurt?
you know we
What did I do before I got hurt? Well, I was a very reckless person. Like I was a skateboarder. I had well when I didn't skate, which I never had no time to do it. I had two jobs. One I worked at a security. I was like a manager at over at this security thing for UPS.
Mm-hmm.
I worked about 12 hours a day. Um, then as soon as I got off from there, I had well, it was midnight to noon, and then I had to go to my second job at Walmart from 2 to 10. So I only had about it was about 20 hours a day, and because I love overtime and the money it brings me, I never was off more than 4 hours. Like, I had 4 hours out of every day to get rest. And I kind of overdid it. And I was like, I didn't sleep for 4 days.
Hmm.
And then um, the stress of I had lost my best friend was actually murdered, and I seen it all, and with the stress, like, I turned to a lot of alcohol to forget everything. And that night I had been going through it, thinking about what happened. I had PTSD from the whole situation, so I drank that night, and I tried to drive, and that was not the best thing to do. Some people ask me if I regret it. Um, no, I really don't. They say because you got such a severe traumatic brain injury, don't you regret it? Would you change anything? Nah, not really. Because either way, Duron with the traumatic brain injury or Duron without the traumatic brain injury, we're the same people, except Duron with the TBI is way better than the regular me.
I love that. I love that. Joshua Rivera said he said I've been there. I totally understand. Thank you for watching, Joshua.
Thank you very much for listening to my story. Um,
What's the greatest lesson you've learned and have you overcome? Great lesson have you overcome?
um, I wish I could say, well, I don't have, where's the camera? I don't have full control over my right arm, like the mobility. When I can I say I died in the wreck, which I died for, I was legally and clinically dead for 9.5 hours, and they were about ready to be like, he needs to go to the coroner, and
Wow.
on then well, the thing is, my best friend that was murdered in front of me, he was the one who I first seen in heaven. I also seen my late uncle that I've never met, but apparently I look just like him. But and his name is Scholar, which is tattooed on me. But he said, what did you tell me before I passed?" And I was like, uh, I was like, "You alright? Yeah, I'm doing an interview for my traumatic brain injury." Oh, cool, cool. Yeah, all right then. Where was Aaliyah's coat? No idea. Dang. But I'll grab that and I'll let you get back to it, and then I'll come back. What was I talking about?
Yes.
The rest of the story or something.
Your uncle, your text.
Oh yeah. When I met Scholar up there, he was like, "What are you doing up here? Like, why are you here?" And I was like, I don't know, but it's good to visit you." And I'm like, "Oh, well," and he was like, "No, it's not." I was like, "You're telling me that you pass in my arms, literally, and you're not happy to see me.
Mm.
And he was like, no, um, you're, did you forget? And I said, oh, what? He was like, oh, it sounds like you forgot. Since you're a big dummy, let me remind you. Seconds before I flatlined, aka died, on the hospital bed, you said, Scholar, Jacob Scholar Ray, I will live my life, Duron Adams, for not only me, but for Jacob Scholar Ray.
Okay.
And then as soon as I said that and was like, Lord, like I was gonna ask for him to give him a little bit longer, he flatlined right then. And the only thing I got to say was, well, with him able to hear, was I I lived my life for him and me, and he was like, so what part of living life for me is dying again? So guess what? You have no control over this. No control over this. Sorry. Um, the Lord gave me permission, and he pointed over to someone. This is weird because I was in church the other day.
Mm.
They said like, if God's not like ready for you to come home, you will never he will never show his face to you. And for some reason, the person Scholar was pointing at, I couldn't see
Mm.
their face like whatsoever. No matter how hard I looked, I couldn't see it. And then he said, I got permission to take you back. And when I take you back, this time, complete the problem. I mean, complete the promise. And I was like, wow. And excuse me, everybody that hears a full version like that of I'm sorry, I burped. Of my story is like, this, that's crazy. Like, that this is, you've been through all of this. Like, that's, I'm sorry, but that's so unrealistic. Like, I don't know what I'd do if I've been through that. But, like, now, like, compared to then, I was like, before I got in the wreck, I was 168 pounds of muscle. Um, then after, when I wrecked, guess how much weight I lost?
30 pounds.
Funny. I went from 168 to 112.
Oh wow, that's more than 30 pounds.
I had no muscle.
Wow.
And now, how much would you guess that I weigh?
About 150.
Nice guess, but no. I actually have beat my record. Like, this is the most I've ever weighed. I weigh 176.
It's so much muscle though.
Yes, yes. I go to the gym every day because I'm on medical release for work. They're like, until your neurologist gives you a heads up, you can't come back, but you are still employed, duh, dummy. But don't come back. you may come back and stop in and say hi to everybody, but as much as you working, no, I don't think so because I don't want to get sued for that. And do you know how much your hospital bill was? And I was like, no. But I feel really, really great because well, really cocky because um I know. Have you ever heard of the $1 million man? Like
Uh,
ever?
I think one time.
Well, the funny thing is like keeping me alive and will bring me back, and then I pass again, and then bring me back one more time, resuscitating me or whatever they did. I have staying in ICU and then coming back and getting being in a coma. Well, I put myself in the coma, so it wasn't medically induced, but 1.7
So Tay
million.
got it. What's a little bit? Did you give her the pillow? We
No,
didn't give her nothing. Tay kept
but I
everything got.
mean, I well, they say that everyone's life is worth way more than anybody can pay.
It is. I agree. So I have a question. What do you want us to know about TBIs?
Um, let's see. One thing that you definitely gotta watch out for is when if you know somebody that has like maybe a moderate or severe TBI,
Mhm.
don't do anything that like aggravates their emotions. Like they are really, really emotional, and that can end in a bad way. Like there are a lot of arguments that I get into with my mother, because she'll say something and I'll get offended, even though she doesn't ever try to offend me or something like that, and I'll get mad at her and yell at her, and she'll be like, Duron, you need to calm down and please be quiet. Like I didn't say what you think I said. And then like after thinking about it, like intelligently, I'm like, I'm doing way too much. I'm going way out of bounds with this, and I'm taking it too far. But besides, well, I mean, I can say one thing that I don't know. You had a severe one too, right?
Mhm.
Can I actually ask you a question? And to anyone watching, you can answer this too. Um, Erica, um, have you um lost your emotions?
Yes, I have. You mean like oh yeah.
Like yeah, like nothing makes me feel sad, mad. Nothing makes well. I mean, not particularly, not really. Like nothing makes me feel real happy. I don't feel depressed. Like there's no emotions, but I can fake emotions. Always been able to.
Hmm.
I didn't tell no good.
Maybe
Do what?
You left your lights on. I hope they go off.
Stay encouraged.
A little boy jumped out of that car and put
Um,
that banana on the back of you.
the
It's out
service.
of his hand.
I got full service. Why is it? I couldn't hear what you said.
I said, how do you remain encouraged? How do you stay
How do I remember what?
lifted,
How the emotions feel, or
stay encouraged, like upbeat and feeling good?
well, I really don't know what good feels like. I just think of any time, like any memories I have that made make me feel good. Like whenever I am supposed to be down,
I don't like
I can go back and watch a skateboard video that of me, or I listen to some of them. Well, I have been listening to my late best friend because I have just found his me and his music that we made when we were like 16. And the crazy thing is, like, I sound so different back then, but like I sound different more or less because like I kind of got a trach put through my neck, so yeah,
Yes,
that
I have one too, so I understand. I can't scream. I'm able to scream. Like I can get loud, but not like.
go. Um, one thing I hate is like the little hole when you're feeling it.
Mhm.
It
Yeah.
just like makes me feel weird. It's like, oh, so I have a hole in my throat.
Yeah, I mean, it's just hard to remember what you've been through. So I don't look at it as a bad thing. It's a good thing. It's that you made it through. That's a sign that you made it through, and it is closed and it's healed, and yeah, so it's not a bad thing. It's a wonderful thing.
I mean, it makes me happier every time I'm able to, or I can grasp someone's attention, not because what I've been through, but because they're like, so what is your emotion on this subject? Like, you've been through way too much, Duron. And I'm like, um, thank you for the concern, but really, I don't feel nothing. I don't feel any different. Like,
Mhm.
they're like, I would be so depressed, and I was like, I don't feel any depression. Like, no, I mean, I guess some people might be super depressed and might need to be like watched for you know, watch for to make sure that they don't like harm themselves. But me, I would rather do this. Every time that I'm supposed to, I don't feel any emotion like sadness or anything. But anytime I should be feeling it, my head gets foggy or something. I'm like, let's go to the gym, Duron, and instead of hurting yourself, let's hurt these weights. Let's like walk on the treadmill because I can't jog or run yet. But instead of anything negative,
Mm-hmm.
I go. Sorry, I go for Sprite. I go and um take care of myself. Like I have, there is therapy for me to like work out because when you want to scream and yell, whenever you want to possibly cry or feel like you're going to me, it's like, Duron, don't worry, you're safe.
That's right. That's right. I love
It feels like it feels like a really, really, really big hug.
that. I love that. So I want to play before we get off of here. It's called This or That. You pick one or the other. Would you
Yeah.
drive a car or take a plane?
Um. Well, I go to Las Vegas a lot,
Mm-hmm.
so I mean I fly there, but I could go either way. Like it depends on how far I'm going. I would say plane.
Okay, plane. Would you rather have AirPods or headphones?
Seeing as I have wireless headphones in right now, I'm probably gonna go AirPods.
Do you have the Eagles or Patriots?
Um, if is Donovan, excuse me, is Donovan McNabb
I don't know.
still on it?
I don't know.
He's an Eagles quarterback and he retired, so I'm gonna say Patriots.
Oh, because he retired. So you gonna flip because he retired? Okay.
I mean, he retired years ago.
Okay. So Uno or Monopoly?
Do what? Monopoly?
Uno or Monopoly?
I'm gonna say Monopoly.
Monopoly. Okay. So answer this correctly. So which are the Lakers or the Heat? Pick right now.
The the Lakers.
There you go. Good job. Well, that's it for today. So tell people how they can find you if they have questions or if they want to talk to you. Where can they find you at?
Um, you guys could if you have any questions, don't be afraid to add me on Facebook
Mm-hmm.
at Duron Adams. That's Duron Adams. If you'd rather do Instagram or something to check out how far I'm going on my fitness, it's Savvy the God, but Savvy is Savvy, the THE, and then God is in GODD.
Okay.
No relation to Lord. Sorry.
Information below in the comments. See it. The description of the video. They'll be able to
In
find.
the chat. Um.
You know what I'm saying? I'll have below after I post it. I'll put it in the description. I'll put it there so you can see it. No, you don't have to find it. I'll post it.
Um. I can't
No,
post in the comments.
I'll post it to Ryan.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, I'll post the description below. But it's just so fun talking to you. Thank you for taking your time out to do this interview. Yeah,
Thank you for having me.
absolutely. I enjoyed hearing your story. So thank you all for watching TBI Uncovered. Have a good weekend. Bye bye.
You have a nice weekend. God bless you.
You too.
All right.
See you all later. Let's see y'all. I got it. Yeah. Oh. Uh-oh. Let's see. Mm-hmm. Thank y'all for watching TBI Uncovered. It's Erica signing out. So I get this thing off. Gotta figure out how to get out of here. Mm-hmm. Okay, good. No.